Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Dephemerember-ish and December Daily-ish where we sort of combine the two and make something that is a chimera, a little of both. Pre-alert, Gracie's up, so there may be chaos. Where are we at now? We are on day 12. I did a significant cleanup to look for, just haven't cleaned up my mat yet, to look for the pen cap. I went through all of my Christmas piles. I also went through my entire paper bin and nothing. So we are going to just trust the universe that it is going to give us the pen cap back at some point when it sees fit. And I notice that I didn't have my ruler and I didn't have my scissors. So we're pretty good. Pretty good to go. So I have thoughts. Not gonna lie, kind of excited about today's prompt. It is the Kinsugi house. Today is considered, so we did reindeer. So we are going to scratch off gingerbread because we are going to do a Kinsugi gingerbread house. At least that is the opening working theory. Nice that while I was, what do I want to say? When I was looking for this silly pen cap, I was able to go through all of the papers, and it's always nice to go through all of the papers several times because as you develop, you need more information. So it's Kinsugi, blah, blah, blah. What am I looking for? I am looking for, I know what I'm looking for. Oops, that one's sort of stuck together. Not the problem. So there's that. Okay, so that's going to go on there, is it? I think it is. That was in fact the plan. Okay. So we have that one. And was there anyone that's like that in this side? I took one of them out for some unknown reason. It made sense at the time, I promise you that. So this should be the page. So here is my complicated thought. Okay, a little backup. So this is every Friday, Cindy at Studio Lou's Patreon. She will give an image or a tutorial for us to play around with. And one of the images was a gingerbread house, all over it, downloaded it, printed it out, and I use PowerPoint as my art image manipulation program. It is not designed for that, but it is about my speed. So what you can do there is you can also flip images. And so this is the image flipped. And I think they must have to do this for some reason, and that is they sort of give it a gray. So it's not quite as bright, but you know what? Horseshoes, hand grenades. Let's get this out of the way now that we have our page selected. Because there's gonna be work. We're gonna be doing things. Oh, I didn't set the timer. Well, you know what? We're just gonna go for as long as it needs. So what I want to do is have a reversible Kinsugi thing. This is vellum that has been painted with that wax, gold wax stuff that I have. But not all the way to the edge. So one of the things that we might want to do is finish that off. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a longie. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I have prepared. Oh, I cleaned up all my sheets, so it's like, well, now what? Here we are, so I need that. It's gonna be very sad when this is, I mean, it will be very sad when this is gone. It won't be gone for a while. I can almost promise you that. And this edge isn't done. Gosh. Okay. Oops. There we are, just like that. Repeat it be over. So this is the gold part of the Kinsugi. Or maybe that's what Kinsugi means. I don't know. What I don't know about Kinsugi. Okay, so good enough. We're gonna let that, put that off to the side and let it dry because it'll be a while. There, and I'm gonna get that out of the way so that we don't see. Okay, okay. So that is the drawing. Keep this maybe for a sample. So here is my thought. This is matched. If you hold this up to the light, and I don't know that I can do that, but these are set so that they are mirror images of one another. And I've stapled them so that they won't move around. My thought, two-part thought. Part one, I want to rip this together so that both sides will rip at the various points. Put the gold in between so that there is like air between it, and then you can turn it over and then you can see the gold on both sides. No idea why I wanted to make it this complicated. And part two of this is I want to mount it on its own page so that we can, in fact, flip it over and then see both sides. So that's where we're going. Train hasn't left the station yet. So, step one, how wide is this? So we're going to need to make this pretty tight to there, which means I'm going to need a couple more staples. Because I'm going to cut off the edge, I think. There we are. Oops. There we are. Yes, anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Should be good enough. I won't put this completely out of the way yet because I may need it. So what do I want to do? I want to take off this edge and sort of see where we're at. Oh dear, Gracie's here. She's just finished Ladin. Okay, and that's going to be there. And yep, so it's going to fit. Okay, okay. Yeah, yes, I need to. I want to make this a little. Tighter. A little tighter and a little straighter. Nope, do it that way. There we are. That's better. That was just eyeballing the angle of the house. So we have a house straight up and down. Grace, what are we doing? Excuse me. Grace, come on. Sweetie, what are we doing? It's just lovely having a cat. So we're all fine until we stopped. One of the things that might be fun is to put this as the edge and just have that like that. See what I mean, Jelly Bean? Just fold it over. Maybe, maybe not, I'm not sure. So we do need to fold this. And I think this is fold 1 to get rid of this excess. More spare paper. And then, ha ha ha. Oh, I know it, babes, I know it. Yes, we'll do that. So then this is going to fit like that. And that's where the gluey will go. And then we should be able to do that. And then the world will be fine. So step 1, well, step 894, I suppose, by this point, is glue. Whee! Oops. Okay, good enough. That's first part. Okay, this is still, it's crunchy. Crunchy. Possibly not the best paper. Wonder what would happen if I did this. Just put it slightly over the vent so that the air can get at it. I'm gonna put that aside. Okay, now we have to do, what do we have to do? We have to tear this. And I feel like the tearing of it what do I feel? I feel like the tearing of it, I want to keep attached to this a staple somehow. So for example, if I am going to tear down here, I will tear like that. I might tear up and around here. I want to be able to keep the matching, is essentially my take-home story here. Now we are just sort of studying where a good tear would be. So bricks, if we think about bricks, Let's do them properly. Just crack on that kind of a way, on like a Tetris drop, and or where there is molding. Okay. This is how my brain works. This is complicated. I'm looking at the chimney as a perfect way of being able to do that Tetris thing. I'm looking at the chimney going, oh, you know what? We should have some kind of fun smoke come out. And now my brain is going, hey, what can we make for smoke? That's how unfocused I can be. Hoy. All right. So back where we started. I wonder if, I'm going to jiggle you for a minute because if there's scissors in here. Nope, these are curvy ones. Most of the stamp ones. Okay, I'm going to jiggle you one more time. Also stamp. Good heavens. I was thinking that one of those pairs of scissors, and I might have to either go look for them, or, so this is scallop, this is postal, this is stamp. So I have two stamps and a scallop. And none of those are the ones that I'm actually looking for, which is decal, which is kind of like this. I wonder if this will work. Give it a try. Yeah, I guess. What's wrong with it? It's a little bit too, use my tester gold here. This is me stretching. Yeah, it needs to be a tear. This might be me just avoiding the whole thing. So what would I want? Ooh. So I'm going to do one that's kind of high. And then bring that kind of down. There was also something else I wanted to do with this, and I can't remember what it is now. I want to go around the door. Ooh, this is tricky. I'm just trying to go down one of the lines, which didn't kind of work, but oh well. So there. I'm going to come in under the roof. And then at the window. Yeah, I think I can go all the way out. So, because I need these pieces to, what do I need them to do? Okay, we're not going to hurt the gingerbread man. Optimistic fellow, given that his house is being wrecked. So this is going to be floating away. That's going to be floating away. This then should be floating away. Should do it this way. And then something here. So my comments about Kinsugi in this context is I looked really forward to today because, to start off, I didn't know the word Kinsugi, but I knew the look of Kinsugi without its name. So I was super excited that that was an artistic concept. And I think this is about the only one where it's like, here is an art concept, use that and apply it in a journal. I'm super excited about that. I think that is the essence of trying new things. That's just fabulous to me. Like the idea of weaving something or rococo it, like create some kind of a style or a thing and then apply it in some other contextual form. And I think this has got to come all, just have to come all the way up. I think it does. It's going to anyways, because these need to be separate from the house because they need to move. Yes, okay. So there we are. How are we doing? How's she going? See, look at that. Dried right up. It's gonna be good enough. Okay. So it works in my head, may not work in practicality. Maybe, I don't know. Are we stuck on here? Stuck on the back? Oops, oops. Well, it was going well there for a minute. Okay, okay, okay. Should I do this first? Or you know what? Let's not do this first. So one of the things that I need to do for Kinsugi is these little weird corners where you just lose part of the, you need, like here, you need the whole. You've lost part of the element. And I am probably overdoing it, but oh well. There. And we're just going to do a little bit of this. There. I want to do this top too, because the top is usually fragile. There. Holes all over. Come on. There we are. Okay. Yes, I know I'm getting carried away. There. Okay, done. Seriously. Okay, so we're back to this exercise. Okay. So this is pretty good. I need to put it in a little bit more, but I think what I need to do is do it that way. And I'll do it this side because this little corner. Oops. Okay, now then, what do I need to do first? So this is the biggest part that is together. Oh. Okay, so this can come apart. That can come out. That needs to do that because I need to be able to pull it apart. This needs to be on an angle, I guess. Okay, well, no, we're still good. We're still good. Yep. Okay, so that's still stapled. Yep, we're good. Still stapled. Yep. Step one is going to be, and I don't need it to go all the way to the edge, do I? What do I need? I need something. The edge. So the edge is going to be this and that. So I can theoretically do it at the edge of the house. Do that. And then this can come, yes, okay. You see where I'm going? Ish, horseshoes, hand grenades, maybe. I need to fire up this. I think what I want to do is take one of these staples off, because I need to do a lot of edging. And it needs to be like that. Okay, well, you know what? There's no time like a present. Let us have at her. So this is an edge exercise. Oops. Okay, good enough, you think? It's sort of rock and roll-ish. There we are. Then this one, the dots have got to line up. Got to be like that. So we will do the same thing on this side. I hope this works out. Come on, glue. Okay. Make sure our dots, I'm just putting that up to the light so that this lines up as good as can be expected. Yeah, not bad. Woo! That's not a thing. This is a thing. So this is a thing. Now we're putting the puzzle pieces back. Did I do that right? It goes there. I want to do that. Yeah? Yeah. So that staple is annoying. There, okay, that should fit now. So I want it so that it just kind of shows. Tried to put it back together again. And I think actually now we're going to be okay. What we just needed to do was make sure that the first piece matched. Okay, I need to remember that that's a corner. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of off. And this corner is kind of off. Okay, good enough. Do the other side now. We want that. that way. There. Okay. Do it right way around again. So this is going to come off this way. We can do that. Yep. Oh, I am reminded of the family motto. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. I am certain if I went looking, I would be able to find, ooh, this is starting to feel really solid. What would I find? Okay, I need to take that staple out or move that one over. Pardon me. There we are. If I went on the internet, the YouTubes, I would probably be able to find Kinsugi masters doing the work. And I might look at them now that I have done my own. Rudimentary, possibly a total insult to the art. Did I take the... I just took the staple out that I put in. I am on it. I am on it. There we are. It's this staple I want out. Oh. There we are. Okay. Back cooking with gas. So this is going to go on like that. Ooh, it's much better now. Like, you gotta have do the first shift, because now when this lines up, this has the natural gap to it. Fun. Okay, that's good to know. Oops, whoops, whoops, woo, yeah. There. You can't really tell that there's gold. Gold and light brown really don't contrast well, but maybe that's okay. Oh. It's going to be okay because I'm not doing this again. And let the record show, is whenever I say I am never or always, I always feel like I have jinxed the craft imps into going, oh really? You don't think you're ever going to do this again? Well, we're just going to fix your clock. It's coming along. And now, right here on the stage, I'm going to Staple this. Tear that off. Ooh, we're getting there. And let's do one a little higher. Yep, okay, take the right staple out. What's happening here? I'm looking, why doesn't this line up? It's because you took it out. Okay, what's happening? What is happening? I'm leaning too hard on it, I think. I think that's what's, oh, I know, there's your problem. Okay, wait. I want, okay, that kind of lined up. Kind of like that. And it's going to be off kilter just a hair so that this meets. Oops, but that I think is going to add to the chart. What's the problem? Oh, here's your problem. Ooh, this mat's going to need a clean. Okay, let's just put on the glue and see where we get. All right, so where is the glue going here? It's going all the way along here, all the way along here, along here. I said I wanted to do that kind of in a bit of an off kilter, and that's okay. Yeah, we're good. Wow. And same thing here. Oops. Oops, crash bang. There, that's good. Last piece. I'm gonna need some more of this glue soon. Just gonna see that knock. Okay. I want something, this is code for, I need a sheet of paper. That's what it says. It says I need a sheet of paper. We'll use this. That's what I want to do. Now that we've got it all glued to there. Okay, look at that. I feel like we should just leave that be, because, why? Well, because, among other things, we have this absolutely loaded full of glue. So we've got 18 minutes left from when we started our timer. And I'm going to turn that off because the timer kind of makes me nuts sometimes. So while we let that dry, one of the other things that I wanted to try, I have a slide. That one's too big, that one's the right size. So I thought it would be fun to do a slide with one of these images. If I want to tell the story even more completely, I might say this is the museum slide of what the thing looked like before Bob in accounting decided he would play frisbee indoors. And as the team were moving the art from here to there, the frisbee landed square in the front and smashed the thing. Oh, I forgot this, you know what I mean. Smoke. We'll have to fix that. And so this is the museum slide of what it looked like before Bob in accounting decided to throw some frisbees. Oh, just the one. There. There. Maybe I do need to use the big one. Hey, babes. So what's my trouble now? My trouble now is I don't want it to be backed. I don't want to have to do... You know what? Let's cut it out. Let's see what it looks like. Oops. That. crinkling you here is Gracie. Playing with her toys. She has a lot of very nice aunts and uncles. And there's one in particular that is always giving her nice things. And that's a little plate of sushi. All these little bits that are Velcroed on. She's banging into the bell, which is from another auntie, or auntie. Do you say auntie or auntie? Or aunt or aunt. Well, that would be kind of fun, actually. Not gonna lie. Just do that, to have it actually just pop out of the frame a bit. But we need some background. A very little bit of background. Where does the background need to go? That is the fussiest of fussy cuts. So we need it up in that corner. Like that. And kind of squared. Meep, like that. Sort of like a, what would you call it? Like a grid. That's gluing. That's gluing. Oops. Come on. Well, that's what it's gonna be now. I want that. To be kind of like that. Here. There. I know this is a lot of work. Whoa! Mayday! Shouldn't be gluing on that side. Should be gluing on this side. Glue on the less complicated side. There. That looks okay. That needs a little glue on the inside. Just like that. Okay. That makes me very happy. And I'm going to use my little corner rounder to do the slides in a rather professional way. Yes. That makes me really happy. Even happier than the Kinsugi. Okay, now, why was I waiting for this to dry? I needed to cut it out. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, and we have to do smoke. So, step one. These trees look like Hershey Kisses. Some of the Hershey Kisses have lines in them, like the special ones, the seasonal. Wow, this is thick. Okay, I need to be careful. I'm just going to do a big chunk out of that. Put that aside for a minute. Wow, I'm making the biggest assumption that the back is going just as well. Well, it'll be a surprise. It'll be to see how well I hit the register. Because one side's got to work. Yep, we're okay. Ooh, that icicle's a tricky one. Okay, before we turn it over, I'm going to clean up this little mess. I ain't gonna worry about that. Ooh! Check it out! Check it out! Barely any white. Just a little bit here. Yeah! Huh! Look at us! Rock and roll. I'm well pleased with that. Feel like we could do a little bit of dusting. Whoops. Oops. Well, you can see where the edges are not well glued. A little bit of ink covers a multitude of sins. There. And so, after this long circuitous route, we are then, well, we think, maybe. Careful, careful. Good job. Oh dear. I need to undo this thin one. Yep, we're good. It's gonna take a bit. Just peel that apart. My tweezers are now loaded in glue. And what I want to do, oops, is that. It's going to be good enough. Oh, that was work. So some things that I know. The top one is gluey, the bottom one is not. I think that was one of the first ones that I glued too. There we are. And then we flip it over. Look at that. Oh my goodness, isn't that great? I am so happy with this. There. You want a Kinsugi house? I'll give you a Kinsugi house. And now I feel like I have to defend Bob, Bob in accounting, who threw the frisbee that broke the gingerbread house that the museum has to restore. Partly the museum's fault, because they gave all of the departments time to practice for the summer company games. Oh, I love this so much. Oh! This may not make you happy, but it makes me so happy. So I need, yes. We need to cover, and we need to do some other things with both of these pages, but maybe that's a weekend event. I think we've done enough here today. We have reconstructed. We've taken a house, put it together, and then took it apart, and then put it back together again, which is pretty great. So that is all for now, I think. I will see you again very soon. Take care of yourselves, stay out of trouble, love you lots. Bye now.